back to the vlog. This week started out with a couple from my mom's church taking us out to lunch, and it was at this really nice Italian restaurant, and the way that the seats were set up were everybody had their own room. I'd never seen this before. Apparently it's called family style. So you go in, I mean, obviously, normally when you go into a restaurant, everything is the seating area and, it's just tables, but you're all in this, big area. But this was in separate rooms. You had a table and it was, just chairs around the table. So it was like you were literally in like a dining room. So it was really interesting. And the food was delicious. My mom, she thought that it wasn't worth the price. I mean, she thought it was good, but it wasn't like $35 for an entree good. So yeah. But I've never met anything that I didn't like. I was just telling her today, actually, because we went out again to eat. And I was saying how, in reality, ordering is just a formality when it comes to me, because I'll eat whatever they bring out in front of me. So I thought it was great. I'm not a picky eater in the slightest. So I was like, yeah, this is awesome. I would definitely come back. And then later that day, I decided that I wanted to redo my hair because, like I said before, I'm trying to get into doing my hair once a week now to refresh it and keep the scalp, clear and help my hair, because my goal is length retention. So I need to be conditioning it a lot, deep conditioning, doing masks, just taking better care of my hair. So I decided that I was gonna, try to show you guys how I do my style. And then as I was doing it, I realized that I actually don't know how to do the style. So why am I trying to teach you something that I don't know? Okay. And so it kind of got off the rails relatively quickly, but I watched a video later on and I redid it. I think it was the next day, and I tried to redo the style, and I literally had the video playing as I was doing the style. And my mom, I asked her to come and watch me so she could see my hand and my finger movements, placements, as I'm doing the style to make sure that I'm doing what the lady's doing. And so it turned out a lot better, okay? So the hair that you saw in the last video, even though you didn't really get to see it, was the redo that I had, okay? And so I was working on that because I'm trying to get that right. I'm trying to just slowly piece together my style. I feel like I'm reinventing my style. I saw something and it said something like, grief changes you emotionally and physically. And I was like, that's interesting. And I guess, if you watch the video, The Dawn of a New Gin, then my weight loss journey and me wanting to become more flexible wasn't spurred by, my grief. It was spurred because I was literally falling apart in real time. So, but maybe subconsciously the grief did play a part in it. So I found that very interesting because I do feel like overall I'm just trying to better refine my physical body as well as my mental state and my emotional state. So I don't know, maybe there is something to that. Also that week, we are trying to get MJ to learn how to use a straw, because I had heard that, babies, they don't really need to go through the sippy cup phase. That's really just marketing and, consumerism, because a child can go straight from the breast or straight from the bottle to an open mouth cup if you, just do it right, and to a straw. And so I have a little, it's like a little kid-sized, just like Stanley cup kind of thing. It's not actually Stanley, but I think it's Awala is the brand. But it's just a little kid-sized cup, and I've been trying to teach him how to use that. And whenever we go to restaurants, I'll, let him drink out of my straw, or I'll let him drink out of my cup. And so we've been putting MJ through straw school, okay? And so things are coming along. Sometimes he forgets exactly what straws are for. Like each day we have to like remind him, like, this is how you use the straw. Cause like once he starts sipping on it, he's like, oh yeah. And then like the next day he'll look at it and he'll be like, what's this? So yeah, he's working on that, and it's really exciting. And it's just so crazy because he is, he's over 6 months old. He's 8.5 months at the time of recording. And so it's like, wow, like you're really, closing in on a year. And it's like, I just see him every day, and he is just becoming a toddler. He's becoming a little boy. And it's like, where's my baby? What happened? What's going on? Oh my gosh, it's too much. Oh my goodness. So yes, he's learning how to use a straw. And we went to like a ladies It was at a Baptist church, and it was, hosted by Baptists, but it wasn't like a Baptist fellowship. It was kind of like all faith. These all faith fellowships I really don't care for. I digress. But we went to this little fellowship that they had for ladies, and he was standing up under the table, and he could fully stand under the table. And I was like, you're so little. Because it's just so weird. It's like, you're so little and you're such a baby. And some things that he does, are things that he's done his entire life. And just, he's such a little baby. And then other things, it's like, wow, like you're really becoming a little boy. Like you're really becoming a toddler. It's too much. Like motherhood is too much. You think that, like, if you're pregnant right now, you're like, oh man, I'm so excited for you to give birth and like see my baby. And it's just like, man, it's like, I've come all this long way. I've been pregnant for 9-10 months. And it's just like, man, I've reached the promised land. It's birth. But it's like every single month is something new. Like your baby's being reborn into your eyes. It's like, oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Life is crazy. And then the next day we went to Ulta because a couple weeks ago we went to Ulta and I got some Olaplex hair stuff. And one of them, I got a product that I really don't need because it was like a curly custard to like, accentuate your curl pattern. But because I'm not wearing my hair in wash and goes, I want to exchange that to get stuff that will actually help me slick down my hair. So how I am right now, I'm about to wash my hair, okay? So hopefully the next time you see me, my hair is going to be slicked down and like shiny and greased and just actually look very put together. So that's the plan. So I went back and I got some different products. And then the last day of the week, Saturday, we went up to a couple towns over called Shawnee because my mom, she had a class to take at this Methodist church. And so she's taken that class a couple times, like different things that they're learning in the class. She's been gone a couple times, but I haven't gone with her. And so this time I decided I was going to go up with her. And so I didn't go to the class, but I went up to Shawnee with her and I walked around and got my steps in that way. We walked to a little breakfast spot. And of course, once again, MJ, my little boy, charming everybody that's around him. Anytime we go anywhere, people are just tripping over themselves, fawning over him. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, he's so precious. And I'm just like, yep, he's just like his dad. And after we left there, we went to a library and we saw another family that had a little baby that I thought was just a little bit older than him. But MJ, like I said, is 8.5 months. I thought this baby was 9 months and they were 14 months. And I was like, oh my goodness. Because they sounded just alike. And the other baby wasn't that much bigger than MJ. And it reminded me of back home. I have this mom group that I'm in and we meet up a couple times a week and, they all have kids and we hang out. And so we're always doing fun stuff. And a lot of times we'll go to just a library and go to like a story hour or go to just have free play. And so it was making me a little homesick because I was like, oh, I miss my friends and my friends' babies. I want to go back. And then, we left after her class and we had lunch with her husband, and that was our week. But very eventful, a lot of fun, and just, wrapping things up, putting a nice little bow on things here in Oklahoma, because like I said, our festivities here are coming quickly to a close. But I appreciate you guys watching this week's vlog. Be sure to leave a like and a comment, and share the video with other people that would like to know about what's going on in Oklahoma. And I appreciate you guys, and I look forward to talking to you guys again very, very soon. Bye.